What is going on, guys? PaPaSea back in the video for you guys, bringing you week 9 of season 3 of the GBA D-League. This is the final week, and in this week, your New York Klinks taking on Jack, aka the Don Fanatic, coach of the Norwich Skitties. His link, of course, coming in the description. Now, leading up to this matchup, both of us knew we were out of playoffs. At the same time, though, we both wanted to win because I feel like that's the mindset you need in the league. Even though if you're out of playoffs, you pretty much should play to win. But at the same time, Jack wanted to meme, I kind of wanted to meme, so we agreed to meme. His team, disclaimer though, is more memeier than mine, if I'm being completely honest. I'll go over the teams in a second. And also, while we were doing this battle, we were talking on Discord. We weren't in a voice chat, we were in a text chat, and we were kind of messing with each other. So that might have had some implications on the battle, I don't really know. Excuse me there. But going over my team real quick, I have Gogoat with Stealth Rocks. I have Protect there as well, in case his Lopany wants to go for high jump kicks, which I don't think his Lopany even had a jump kick, but still, it was there. I had a pretty standard Hackster set. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact Hackster as last week. I wanted to bring one with Incinerate, but I think I accidentally copied the wrong set, so the Hackster speaks the same set as last week. And then I have a Sylveon that is a Curse, Return, Wish, Protect Sylveon. I really wanted to bring Quick Attack or Skull Bash, but I just feel like this was the better set. Quick Attack would have been fantastic because Quick Attack, surprisingly, does a good amount to the low punting. Does actually an okay amount to his team, especially considering the fact that I'm adamant max attack. But unfortunately, we had to just go for a return. And unfortunately, I was not max happiness. So you'll see in the battle, return does like no damage, even though I'm like +4 or whatever. Next up, though, we have Excadrill. It's not a special Extra, unfortunately. I really wanted to bring special Excadrill, but it just did no damage to his team. The Registeel could just eat up Earth Powers. The Xurkitree even could eat up Earth Powers. So I'm like, you know what? Let's bring the Fling the Light Ball, because that is a great meme. Fling, Light Ball, parries your target. Pretty fun. I believe Fling is a special move too, so I guess it's kind of his special Excadrill. And then Earthquake, X-Scissor for the Latios and the Gogoat, I guess. And then my last move was Iron Head, literally just for the Clefable. Next up, we have Manaphy. Manaphy and Rotom aren't exactly meme sets. They're more troll sets, if that makes a difference, I guess. But Manaphy, the plan was I wanted to lead Manaphy and just spam Ancient Powers to get the boost. And then I have Z Heal Bell to heal Manaphy off in case, you know, while I'm clicking Ancient Power 6, 7, 8 times and get the boost. I can just heal everything off with Z Heal Bell, which is pretty funny. And then last but not least, I have this Rotom is basically like Revenge of the Rotom. This Rotom has Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray, and Dark Pulse. I wanted Astonish because Astonish has a higher chance to flinch than Dark Pulse, but I went for Dark Pulse because he does have the normal type Lopunny, so I couldn't go for Astonish and Lopunny. This set is just revenge for the hacks. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we would have went 10-0 or 9-0, however many weeks there are, if we didn't get hacked this season, but as you can see from last week and some other previous weeks, hacks definitely were not on our side this season. Even from week 1, first turn of the first battle of the season, having Pokemon die to a crit. So this Rotom there is literally just to piss him off. Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray, flinch him, and we'll see how that works out. So here, I just decided to play it a little bit safe and lead with my Gigalith because I have no idea what he wants to lead with. He could lead Gogoat. He was talking a lot about Gogoat. He did. I'm pretty sure he just picked up Gogoat just to meme. So I thought maybe he might lead with it, thinking I'd lead with my Gigalith, but I figured, you know what? I'll lead with it anyway. If he leads Gogoat, I'll just figure it out. He leads Clefable though, which I think Clefable gets Surf. I could be wrong, not 100% sure, which could be a reason why he led with it. Now, this is a meme game, so you may be saying, see, why would he ever run Surf on Clefable? That's why. So I just go for my Stealth Rock actually because I figure it doesn't really make a difference. He goes for Fire Blast here, and he misses, which is fantastic because starting off the game with hacks is always good, you know, Revenge of the Hacks. That's like the title of the video, probably. Or maybe not, I don't know. So, he misses the Fire Blast, which is a bit unfortunate, but I don't know how much it would have done because Gogoat in the Sand is relatively bulky and I am max HP. So, he switches out, he goes out into his Registeel here. I don't have Earthquake, which is unfortunate because I can't touch this thing. And I went for the Protector because I thought he might have just stayed in one for a Fire Blast again, and I kind of want to troll him and make him essentially miss again by going for Protect. Like I said earlier, Protect is literally just for Lopunny though. So, I switch out to my Rotom. Kind of a weird switch, switching in your Rotom onto a Steel type, but you know what, I did it anyway. He goes for Stealth Rocks here, which is fine. I guess he thought I would switch out, and he wants to get his rocks up too, because I don't believe I have a way to remove rocks either, because I don't have Rapid Spin on my Excadrill. So, take some Sandstorm damage. Again, Sandstorm hurting me, and not my opponent, because he's a Steel type, and I'm not a Steel, Ground, or Rock type. So, here I'm like, you know what, let's just unleash the wrath of Rotom. I went for Confuse Ray first before the Thunder Wave, because I thought he might switch out and go to like his Xurkitree or something, but he stayed in, which is great. Confusing the, I keep forgetting the name of this Pokemon, confusing the Registeel. Now he's confused, which is great. And my plan is just to sit here, confuse it, paralyze it, spam Dark Pulse, and bam. He goes for Hidden Power here. I'm not sure what type that was. It might have been Fire, might have been Steel. I'm assuming, I should say, that Registeel gets Flash Cannon, though, so I don't know why he would run Hidden Power Steel if he gets Flash Cannon. So I'm going to assume that was HP Fire. I'm trying to think of what else Rotom is weak to fighting. It could be HP Fighting. Maybe. Tauros as well? I don't know. I just go for Thunder Wave here anyway, because I'm like, you know what? Screw your Registeel. Get Parafused. I'm going to go for some Dark Pulses. Flinch you to death. You're not going to attack again this whole battle, Registeel. So he's confused here. I think he hits himself here. No, he just goes for Zap Cannon and misses again. Now, Zap Cannon, to be fair, is 50 accurate, but it's still a bit unfortunate that he missed. I don't know how much it would have done, though. I'm curious to see that, because I don't think Registeel has the highest attack stats. I want to say that Registeel has 50 in both attack stats. I know the Regis have weird stats, where, like, one stat is 150, one stat's 50, stuff like that. But either way, I just go for Dark Pulse, get a crit, get a flinch. That is a well-trained Rotom right there. Pretty happy about that. So at this point, I think he realizes that his Registeel really can't do anything to my Rotom, because I'm just hacking him to death with Confusions, with Paralyzing, with Dark Pulse, flinch, and stuff like that. So here he switches out here. I do believe he goes out into his Clefable again. Yeah, Luma, that's the Clefable. So I go for Dark Pulse here, does nothing to Clefable. Now, I was very tempted to just stay in and go for T-Wave or Confuse Ray again. However, I wasn't sure if he was unaware. And call me a noob, I'm not 100% sure if Magic Guard protects you from Confusion. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother Googling. I'm just going to switch out because it's not worth going for Confuse Ray. Thunder Wave could have been good because, you know, paralyzing stuff is good. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure my entire team outside of Gigalith outspeeds this thing anyway. So it's really not worth paralyzing it. Unless I want to go for the full Confusion or the full Paras, of course. So I switch out to my physically offensive Adamant Sylveon because why the hell not? As he goes for Fire Blast, and it does connect, but it does, like, no damage. Actually, it's a lie. It does an okay amount of damage, if I'm being honest. That kind of leads me to believe he could be Life Orb Magic Guard, possibly. Actually, now that I think about it, did he take Stealth Rock's damage? I don't even know if he took Stealth Rock's damage. I should have been paying more attention. But he goes for Thunder here, and I'm like, okay, buddy. That's a little scary. I'm guessing he brought Thunder, 1 for the memes, and 2 because Rain Dance Sylveon. Or Rain Dance Sylveon, I wish Rain Dance Manaphy. So I go for Curse here, and I'm like, okay. I can sit up on this thing. Now, it could be unaware, still. Not 100% sure. I probably should have realized that if he took Stealth Rock's damage or not, but it's relevant now. So, I take some leftovers damage, of course. Now, here, I do believe I should go for the Wish and for the Protect, because I want to preserve my Sylveon, and I want to get up the, I want to get as many curses as possible, and I want to go for Return. So, there's Thunder. Luckily, we do live it. With a decent amount of HP, actually. 36 HP is not that bad. So, I go for Wish. Next turn, just Protect. I want to heal this thing off. I'm pretty sure this thing just has 4 offensive moves. I could be wrong. We saw Fire Blast, we saw Thunder. I'm not sure what the other 2 moves are, but I'm willing to bet that it's like Moon Blast and some other offensive move, possibly Ice Beam. So he switches out here, and he goes out into his Registeel, which is fine, because I can actually set up on this thing, because if he's especially offensive Registeel, even though I'm not invested specially, I have really high natural special bulk, and I do have max HP, so I can take hits from this thing, which is actually pretty nice, and I'm free to just set up on this thing, which again is weird for a fairy type set up on a steel type, but that's what's happening in this game. Now, according to my calcs, if I get to around +4, a return to a max HP Registeel will do roughly 40%. So like, you know what, let's get to +4 at the worst. I'll 2-shot it. I don't think he's running a Bolt Set. I'm pretty sure if he's running any sort of defensive investment, it's going to be max HP, and he might even just be modest, max special attack, stuff like that. So I'm not exactly sure what set he is yet, but I know obviously he's especially offensive, so here we get a lot of turns with the Paras, and we got the Confusions and stuff, or not the Confusion, the leftover stuff. So I go for Curse here. I'm like, you know what? This is fun. I can set up on this thing. If it goes for damage, I can Wish Protect. It's paralyzed, so it can obviously miss some moves there. And he gets full Para again. I'm like, yes, this is good. I believe at this point I'm +2 or +3. And again, we got the leftovers, of course. Leftovers turns take so freaking long. I always hate that. You gotta wait for it to go do the little, you know, the animation and the HP bar. So here he goes for Flash Cannon. So I guess that pretty much verifies it was an HP stable before he does get Flash Cannon. It actually does an okay amount of damage, which was pretty surprising. Again, I don't know what set he was. He could have been like Extra Pelt or something. He could have been Iron Plate. I don't know. He's not Life Orb, obviously. So I go for another Curse here. At this point now, even though he's parried, I'm pretty sure he outspeeds me, which is really funny. I get some leftovers damage, of course. I'm pretty sure here he goes for a Flash Cannon, and I live it now. We'll just see in a second here. So yeah, now he outspeeds me even though he's parried because for so many curses. I didn't have Baton Pass too. I wanted to have Baton Pass, and I live with 9 HP, which is great. But the problem with Baton Pass on Sylvan is since I'm going for curses, whatever Baton Pass into will be really slow, so it really wasn't worth it. As you can see, that is a +4 return. Does no damage because my happiness is just completely botched, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's not the worst thing in the world. So here I'm like, you know, let's just let Sylvan go down. There's really nothing it can do. I'll go for another return. Maybe he'll get full power and get some damage off. But either way, down goes my Sylvan. So here, I think I just go out into my extra. I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. Let's just finish off this Registeel. So I go to my extra drill and I figure, actually, here I figure he's not going to want to sack this thing off. Now, granted, like I said earlier, we were talking in chat, and I kind of trolled him saying, like, you don't want to sack this off. And luckily, he didn't sack this off. Here I go for the Fling, which is great for 2 reasons. 1, I pair the Latios, and 2, it's actually super effective and does an okay amount of damage because it's a Dark-type move. So that's kind of cool. So there's the Fling, there's the Light Bulb. I just love that animation right there. He's at, like, what, like 60% now? And there is the Life Orb. So now, even though we're outside of the sand, I still outspeed, which is great. Now, I'm not Mold Breaker, so I can go for Earthquake, but I do have the X-Scissor, and I killed Latias, which is great. Now, he did say that he did have a Healing Wish on this Latias, and had he Healing Wish into Registeel, it would have been really big trouble for me. But luckily, he was slower than me because of the para, so I'm happy about that. So he goes a little open here, I'm like, okay, I don't really want to take a high jump kick, I don't really want to take anything, but at the same time, if I switch out, he could go for some sort of setup move, he could just click Power Up Punch, get a +1, he could do a lot of things. I'm like, you know what, let's just go to Kirishima, I get the sand up, getting sand up is a good thing, usually. And here we see some shenanigans, we see a lot of shenanigans here, as the sand comes up. So we have the Lopunny, of course, going to Mega Evolve turn 1, because you have to do that. What Mega did I have this season? Pidgeot. I had Pidgeot this season. I don't know why I forgot that. Pidgeot's cool. I just figured, you know, when your team is, you know, everything's weak to Electric and Steel, or Electric and Ice, you don't probably bring Pidgeot a lot, which kind of happened this season. I do love Pidgeot, though. Great Pokemon. So he goes for Cosmic Power here. I'm like, okay, that's going to raise both your defenses. Not exactly sure what he wants to do with that, but I know that this thing gets Baton Pass. And I'm thinking, like, okay, he's raising his defenses. He could go for Baton Pass. He goes for Baton Pass here. I'm like thinking like, okay, this is pretty bad. So he goes to the Goat, which is going to be the Gogoat. So now we have a Gogoat with +1 in each defenses. And I'm like, okay, this is bad. Again, I have no idea what Gogoat wants to do. Let's go for Heavy Slam there. I don't know why I did that, but I did go for Heavy Slam. As is like no damage. I don't know what Gogoat wants to do. I don't know if it wants it up a sub. I know it gets Bulk Up. It might get SD. I'm not sure about that. And it gets like Horn Leech, stuff like that to just kill Megala. So I'm like, you know what? Let's switch out. Let's go to the Rotom. I don't really need Rotom too much for this battle anymore. And if it does manage to survive a hit, I could just paralyze it, confuse it, stuff like that. So he goes for the bulk up here. So now he's +2 defense, which is scary for my Excadrill. +1 special defense, which is just good. And +1 attack. So I'm like, okay, Gogoat has like 100 base attack too. It's not weak. +1 base 100 is pretty strong. So takes answer damage, which is good. Leftovers, of course. So here I'm like, all right, I need to para this thing. I was debating between going for the para first and confusion first, but I feel like the para was more important because I could guarantee outspeed basically anything now. And if I go for confusion, there's no guarantee he'll hit himself and he could just snap out of it. So I figured para was the best bet to go for. And of course, with para, he could get full parried, which he does right there. So thank you, Rotom. Revenge of the Rotom is definitely coming in clutch right now. So it takes answer damage, of course. Here, I think I just go for the Confuse Ray. He hit himself too. Now he's at like, what, 60% or so. And I get the leftovers, of course. But yeah, here at this point, like I said, I just want Rotom to cripple this thing as much as physically possible. So I do go for the Confuse Ray, and we do connect. We didn't miss a single Confuse Ray, which is great too. I think Confuse Rays are only like 80 accurate, or 85 accurate. Same with Thunder Wave too. Thunder Wave is 90 accurate. I forgot about that. We didn't miss any of those. We don't miss those moves, guys. So now he's Parafused, which is great. If he hits himself, he should do a good amount of damage because he is +1 attack. He goes for Horn Leech, completely decimates my Rotom. I'm pretty sure I would have OHKO'd if I was at max HP because this thing is relatively strong, especially at +1. So now he heals a little bit, which is really, really unfortunate. So at this point, I'm like, okay. I'm pretty sure an X-Scissor from Excadrill will kill, but let's go to Haxorus and go for Poison Jab. Now, again, I really wish I had Incinerate, man. I don't think Incinerate would have done nearly as much. Actually, I know Incinerate would have done nearly as much as Poison Jab, but it would have been 10 times more funny if I had Incinerate. But go for the Poison Jab here. I don't believe it kills because he's +2. It does a good amount of damage though, and it does not kill. But he has really no way of touching me as he snaps out there and goes for Earthquake. I believe his moveset was Bulk Up, Horn Leech, Earthquake, and he had some other move. I forgot what move it was. He had something he told me after the battle, and it would have completely caught me off guard if he went for it. But I can't remember what move it was. I'm drawing a blank, but it was something that would have been hilarious if he pulled it off, but I didn't bring the Pokemon that he had it for. So anyway, I go for Giant Claw here because I figured if he switches out, I could just kill whatever comes in. And down goes the Goat, the Gogoat, which, I mean, if I'm being honest, I really don't think Gogoat is that bad of a Pokemon. I feel like as a low tier 5 pick, it could be fun. It could be actually a decent Pokemon. I mean, as you saw there, even though this was a meme team, I feel like the way he used Gogoat could have been really, really good in a more serious environment, because this is a meme battle, so to say. It goes a little bit here. I'm like, you know what? Let's just let this thing die. If he goes for Cosmic Powers, I get a hit off, which is great. He goes for Power Up Punch, and I'm like, okay, this is bad. He has Power Up Punch. He has Cosmic Power. He has Baton Pass. No bueno. Sandstorm goes away, but I'm like, you know, let's go to Manaphy here. Go for some Scald, see what we can do here. Take some Rock damage, of course. Now here, I know he has Cosmic Power, and I probably should have been more diligent about this and calced it, but he's going to have +1 special defense. Now, obviously, if I Scald burn him, that would be really, really great. That's really the best thing that can happen. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for Aging Powers. Maybe I'll get the boost. I'll do a little bit of damage. Now, Lopunny also does get Wish. That could possibly be his last move. I don't know. But I'm like, you know, let's just keep going for ancient powers. Is he going for cosmic power? So I'm like, okay, cosmic power into Xurkitree is really freaking scary because it's gonna be, it could be bulky enough to take on my Excadrill, which is scary. So I really want to mess around with that. So I keep going for the ancient powers, hoping to get the boost because it would be so funny if I get the boost. Unfortunately, I don't get it on the second try, but it's only 10% chance, so I really can't expect it after 2 or 3 tries. So he goes for cosmic power again. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this is getting pretty scary. I'll go for one more ancient power, but after this, I'm gonna start going for Scald because, like I said, if he baton passes into the Xurkitree, this could be really, really bad. So I put my Triad Panties on. I'm like, you know what? We gotta try to win this now. I gotta put the memes to the side, and we gotta try to win this because I'm not gonna lose to Lopunny, Cosmic Power, baton passing into Rick, the Xurkitree. So he goes Xurkitree, and I'm like, okay. I believe I go for Scald here. There's a Scald, which is good. Now he is like +3 special defense, so it does like, it actually does an okay amount of damage, if I'm being honest, considering he's +2 special defense. But he has leftovers, and I'm like, okay, this is really, really scary. Now, luckily, Xurkitree is not his Z Captain, which is good. I mean, obviously, you can't tell, you know he's not a Z Captain because he had leftovers, but he's not a Z Captain because he picked it up late in the season. I go for the Scald again, and luckily, I get the burn. And this is great because he has sub. Obviously, burning something, statusing something when they have sub is great because now he'll take some more damage, which is fantastic. Take some more leftover damage. So now I'm thinking like, okay. He has +1 attack, but I don't think that's really relevant because I don't think he has any physical moves. He has plus like 3 emote defenses, and I'm like, alright, I gotta just let Manaphy go down. I'll go for Scald. Maybe I'll hopefully break the sub. I don't know. We'll see. Unfortunately, I don't break the sub. He goes with Thunderbolt, and I'm like, okay. So he's running a physical set. He has Thunderbolt, and he has sub. Not sure what the other 2 moves are. I don't think we saw them yet. Manaphy goes down. I'm thinking like, alright. This thing could be extremely bad for me. So here, now he's +2 special attack. And I'm like, geez. This is really freaking bad. He has leftovers in the burn. The cancels each other out, which is fine. So here, and takes the burn damage, of course. Gotta wait forever for that. So here, I believe I just go out to my Kirishima to get the sand back up. Because I'm like, alright, the only way I can win is if Kirishima breaks the sub. And then Excadrill comes in and kills everything. I'm pretty sure Excadrill at this point, what's the score, by the way? Does he have 5 Pokemon alive? And there's a sand stream. Is it a 5v2 right now? Is that what's going on? Or 5v4? 5v4. Pretty sure Excadrill got 2 kills. It killed the... Yeah, it killed the Gogoat. No, did it kill the Gogoat? I think it killed the Gogoat. And then I know it killed the Latias. So, I go for Rock Blast thinking, okay, I should be able to break the sub if I mean, hit a minimum of 2 times. 2 times to break the sub. If I hit a 3rd time, that'll ensure that he cannot go for another sub. However, I only hit 2 times, which is a bit unfortunate. But at the same time, Hax has been on my side this whole battle, so I really can't complain. So, he got the burn, he got the leftovers. At this point, too, I was using Aster's little bar on the HP bar to show me the exact percentages. So, actually, I can show you guys right now, really quickly. I was using that, so I can see the exact percentages. And at this point, as you can see, we won't be able to really see it now. He goes to Thunderbolt or whatever, hidden power, I don't even know what that was. And it kills me. And once his HP bar comes back up, you'll be able to see his exact HP. As he gets another beast boost, I'm like, geez, this is really bad. But luckily the sand is up for like 6 or 7 more turns. Take some sandstorm damage. As you can see, he is exactly at like 25%. Then takes some leftovers damage, or leftovers health back, and he's at like 29, 30%, whatever. Then he gets the burn damage. So basically, I'm pretty sure if he goes for sub, he either can't or will be at 1 HP, which is what I'm trying to say. So I figure, okay, let's go to Excadrill. I outspeed. I have to go for Earthquake and kill this thing. I can't risk it. So I go for Earthquake. Down goes this thing. This thing was like +3 defense to like, if it didn't get burned, actually, even if the burn didn't happen, I'm pretty sure I still would have killed it. I'm not sure the exact calcs, but at the same time, even though it's super effective hit from an Excadrill, when you're +3 defense, that's +3 defense. So he goes to his Registeel here, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing some calcs here. He's at half health. I'm fairly certain he's not physically defensive. An Earthquake should kill. I go for Earthquake, and it does kill, which is great. So now he has 2 Pokemon left to my Excadrill in the sand. I do believe he has his Clefable left, and I do believe he has his Lopunny left. So down this goes. Now Lopunny, luckily, doesn't really get any good priority to hit me, which is great. It gets Quick Attack, I guess, but that's about it. So he goes out into his Lopunny. I'm like, okay, I know this thing probably doesn't have any form of priority. Even if it did, like I said, it's going to be like Quick Attack, which will do no damage. I go for Earthquake, and I'm thinking like, okay, he is running Cosmic Power. He could have some bulk investment. He is a really fast Pokemon. He could literally have like almost no speed investment. But luckily we kill him. I'm like, okay, Now all that's left is going to be this Clefable. Now Clefable's at a pretty good amount of health. As we can see, verifying he is unaware. There's no stance or no rocks damage. I go for Iron Head, and I think we had a crit there. No, we don't get a crit, we just kill it. Okay. And that's going to be our first win. Bittersweet, because it's the last week. Doesn't really matter, I think. But at least we didn't drop a donut, man. We went 1-8. So, to wrap things up, I had a lot of fun in the GBA League. Not saying I had fun losing, obviously. I feel like the season... I feel like my biggest problem when it comes to drafts is... this is a problem in the MPA 2 last season, is I figure a lot of times when I draft stuff, I don't draft stuff that I'm good with using, if that makes sense. I feel like what I should really do going forward for YouTube draft leagues, for draft leagues in general, is draft stuff that I'm comfortable using. That's part of the reason why I joined some other showdown leagues. I'm in 2 showdown leagues currently. I'm pretty sure one's dead because like nobody ever battles in that league. But the other one is really fun. I have a fun team. I'm 4-0 currently, and I'm drafting stuff that I feel comfortable using. And I feel like that's what I have to do. You know, next league I'm in, I just gotta draft stuff that I know I can use. This season, I feel like there was some stuff I was good with. Like, I feel like Excadrill was just really freaking good for me. I feel like Weezing was fantastic for me. I feel like Hoopa was extremely underwhelming. It's Pokemon I'm comfortable with, but it was extremely underwhelming. I feel like Haxorus, similar to Hoopa, underwhelming. Rotom, not as good as I thought it would be. I know it's Rotom Ice, and like nobody ever used it, but I thought it's still a Rotom be decent. So either way, I think I'll have more of a proper GBA D-League wrap-up video next week. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting your Klinks. We'll be in more leagues in the future. The MPA is starting up. Maybe I'll be joining some other leagues too in the future. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you guys next time. And bye-bye.